What is the foundation of your Teachers Pay Teachers business, and what can you do to protect it? I hope you know the answer to the first question, but if not, stick around. Hello everyone, my name is Sherry from Rolling Acres Education. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if this is not your first time. And today I want to talk about what is your foundation and what can you do to protect it. And I hope you know that your foundation is you. Now, you probably kind of know that, but maybe haven't really thought about it, because if it wasn't for you, you wouldn't have a business. You wouldn't have any products. You wouldn't have any of these things. And so you are what's important to your business. But you've got to protect yourself, okay? Yes, you need to work hard to build your business, but you don't need to overwork yourself. You don't need to overwhelm yourself. Listen to me carefully. There is nothing more important than your sanity. No podcast, no YouTube channel, video, no Pinterest pin, no website, no email. Nothing is more important than your mental and physical well-being and your relationships. If you build a strong, huge business that makes a lot of money and lose your family in the process, what good is it? Okay? And I'm just going to tell you right now, this is something I've struggled so much with. I even made a video about it months ago and said, and I've linked it below. It's one of my first videos. It's not great, but it's saying the same things I'm saying now and showing that I'm still struggling with this. But I think I'm beginning to finally get a grip on it. And that's what I want to share with you today, okay? Because, I wanted to start my business back in June of 2021. I signed up for a Rebranded Teacher Academy course. I started the course, and I was going to start building my business then. Okay. Now, I was working with VIP Kid on the weekends because that's when the girls were with their dad, and I would work all night Friday night and all night Saturday night with VIP Kid. And so I was going to start gradually building this business. And so I joined the course and was so excited to get started. And almost immediately, Emma was diagnosed failure to thrive. We had to start feeding therapy twice a week. She has a lot of issues in her mouth that make it very difficult and uncomfortable for her to eat. She's come a long way, though. And so it was like full-time job feeding her, trying to get her to eat enough. And we already had physical therapy and OT, and so that was 4 therapies a week. And then she had regular doctor appointments here and there and intervention calls. And I thought, you know what? I am not going to be able to start this business right now, but I still want to participate in this group, and I still want to learn. And so I want to learn how to make TP2 products and upload them. That's what I thought. And I started hearing about marketing, email, blog, website, Pinterest, Instagram, all these things. And I was like, whoa, I don't want to learn about all this. I just want to learn how to build a TPT store. And I began to see that if I really wanted a good, strong TPT store, I really needed to learn all this stuff. So I went from, I don't want to do any of that stuff, to I'm going to do all this stuff. And I mean, I was like, go big or go home. And this is going to work, and I'm going to make this happen, and blah, blah, blah. And so I thought, I can't start right now, but I'm going to learn how to do all this stuff. And boy, I'm going to hit the ground running when the time comes. And so I did the best I could to keep up and learn all this stuff. Well, in September, it started to become evident that I was not going to be working for VIP anymore. The Chinese government was phasing us out. And one of the very first things they did was cancel all weekend classes. All of them. And I mean, I woke up to 22 classes canceled. Like, what's going on? And then I found out, they're canceling all the weekend classes. And so that was the end of my VIP Kid career. I thought, okay, this needs to get going. It was September, and I thought, you know what? I've got to find a way to make this work. So I bought the premium account, opened my store, and started, making and uploading products. And they started to sell, and I started to get excited. And so I'm trying to create products, and I'm trying to learn how to do an email list and all this kind of stuff that I talk about, in that video. And finally realized, okay, you need to step back and just concentrate on this. And so I started that, and then it all started again. And I realized a few days ago, I'm right back where I was. Like, I mean, I'll be in a group, and they're like, oh, we're going to have a co-working, we're going to talk about, blogs or whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah, I want to go to that. And, so I'm always I'm just trying to do everything. And I'm really, really overwhelming myself again. And then I started berating myself, look, you've been doing this and you still don't have an email list. You don't have a single person on your email list. You still haven't got your website finished. You're doing this YouTube channel, but you said you were going to upgrade it and start, making it better and all this stuff. You haven't done any of that. And, you haven't got any blogs and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, what's wrong with you? And finally I was like, I just started thinking back to my Rebranded Teacher Academy days, and I thought, you know what? June 2021, not even 2 years ago, about a year and a half ago, I didn't know anything. I didn't know any of this stuff. I didn't have any products in my store. I didn't have any YouTube videos. I didn't have any anything. I mean, nothing. And so I sat down and I thought, I'm going to give myself permission to pat myself on the back and look at my accomplishments. And so I started writing down the things that I've accomplished in the last year and a half or whatever. I know what an email list is. I know how a funnel works. I've selected a email provider that I think I'm going to be very happy with. I've created a landing page. I've created a thank you page. I have finished my main opt-in. I have written a series of emails. They're rough draft, need work, but they're there. I have almost got my second freebie that kind of goes along with that created. I have this YouTube channel. I have almost 300 subscribers. Not a big deal, but it's still 300 more than I had a year and a half ago. I have 52 videos on here. I have over 12,000 views, and I have over 1,000 watch hours. That is a very small channel. That is not a lot of accomplishment. I'm not making a lot of money, but it's a lot more than I had a year and a half ago. I am one day away from having my website go live. I'm part of the Shannon Mattern 5-day challenge, which for me has become the 5-month challenge, but I'm 4/5 of the way through it. I have written some blogs. They're really weak, but they need work, but I have the ideas behind them. I have over 130 products in my store. I've made almost $7,000. I have a lot of reviews. I mean, I could go on and on and on. And I thought, what? Why do we do that? Someone, you need to hear this. You're doing the same thing. You are berating yourself for what you haven't done when you need to really sit down and look, what have I learned and accomplished over these last 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, whatever, and sit down and congratulate yourself. Good job. You're doing great. I'm proud of you. I really am. I'm proud of you. You have come a long way. Tell yourself that, and I'm telling you that, okay? Congratulate yourself. Now, the next thing I want you to do is think, all right, what am I doing consistently? What do I feel like I've gotten a handle on and that I can do? And write down those things. For me, the two main things are product creation. I have come a long way with product creation. I love to make products. I'm not stressed to make products. I make a lot of products. I don't have to force myself to sit down and do them. I feel comfortable, confident, and all that with making products. So that's one of mine. The other is this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is not what I want it to be in the future, but I'm very happy with it right now. When I started, I said I'm going to concentrate on 3 things: content, conciseness, and consistency. I think, okay, what did I learn this week or in the last couple of weeks that I can share with someone, or what's working with me that I can share with someone that can help them? And then I try to do it in 10 minutes, around 10 minutes, twice a week. That's it. That's all I'm worried about right now. I want to upgrade this YouTube channel, but I'm not going to worry about that right now anymore, okay? So I have 2 things that I know that I can be consistent on. Making products and making very simple YouTube videos, okay? So I'm going to schedule those. I'm going to set a time that I'm going to work on those. Now, if I have time, I might work on them other times, but these are my times that I'm going to work on my products. These are times that I'm going to work on my YouTube channel. And then I'm going to add one thing, one new thing. That's it. I'm going to finish my website. That if it takes me 4 days or 4 months, I'm going to complete my website, and I'm not going to worry about anything else that I do. And that's going to be so hard because I'm in this challenge. In this Rebranded Teacher Academy, and we're always doing things, and I want to keep up. But no, I am going to do what's best for me and my business. So I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to do part 2 because I think this is important. I'm going to know more detail about how I'm breaking this down and how I'm going to make it work. And so I'm just going to save that. But But I want you to do these 3 things. Number 1, I want you to pat yourself on the back. And if you're like, I haven't accomplished anything, I don't believe that, but then say, okay, 6 weeks from now, what do I want to have accomplished? One of my favorite sayings is, 6 weeks from now, I can either have 6 weeks of progress or 6 weeks of excuses. Which are you going to have? Okay? Write today's date down, and 6 weeks from now, write down what you've accomplished. But if you've already accomplished stuff, what have you accomplished so far? Pat yourself on the back. Do you have 2 products in your store? How long ago did you not have any? Have you done anything that you've done? Have you taken a course? Are you watching YouTube videos? What have you done? What do you know? What have you learned that you didn't know so many months ago? Pat yourself on the back for what you've accomplished so far. Then say, what are 2 things, or 3, whatever works for you. For me, it's 2 things. There's 2 things I feel really confident and comfortable with, and I'm going to work on those. And then I'm going to add 1 thing. And that's what I want you to do. And in the next video, I'm going to give you a little more detail about how I'm doing those things. But for now, just remember that you've got this, God's got you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.